Classon, and I am the world's happiest .NET developer, and I am looking for a job. I am looking for my dream job, so not any job. I don't want to just pay my bills and make rent and look forward to the holidays and the weekends. I want this job to be a continuation of my life and not an interruption. And as with everything else I do in my life, I just want it to enjoy it and love it for the most part, of course. If you've been following me on Twitter, you probably already noticed yesterday that something was up. And if you've been following my blog or, any other outlet where I seem to be ventilating and sharing my life and my journey and my knowledge, then you might be wondering what happened to your previous employment. Because it wasn't too long ago I posted a video about me leaving Every and joining another company, which was my dream job, and I was really excited about that. I joined IdentityMine in, was it March? After a lot of back and forward discussing, legalities and all those things. And I joined that company believing it was my dream job. And it was, and actually still is my dream job, and the reason why I'm not working there anymore is because of unfortunate circumstances. So this must be the point where you think that, oh, okay, she's not going to tell us what really happened. Of course I'm going to tell you what really happened, and IdentityMine okayed me sharing this, and I am sharing this because I want people to, this is the reality of looking for a job, and in particular looking for your dream job. Shit happens, and not always good shit. Sometimes really, really bad stuff, and this time it was something that we couldn't do anything about. So let me tell you what happened. When I joined IdentityMine with my dear friend Laurent Bugnon as my manager, I was super, super duper excited. The idea was for me to join the team in Seattle. IdentityMine has 3 offices, one in Seattle, one in India, and a minor one in Switzerland. In Switzerland, there's only Laurent, which is my boss. In India, we have for the majority, we have the QA team, and they're doing a fantastic job. And then in Seattle, that is the main office, and that's, that's where, shit gets done, basically. Well, all the offices do their thing, but that's the biggest office. That's our headquarters, and it makes it sound really important when you say headquarters, at least for a Swede like me. So yeah, I was going to join the team there. So a job was created for me there. So it wasn't like I would go to the US and screw you all, I'm taking this job, I'm stealing the jobs from American citizens, ha 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 ha. It wasn't about that. It was a job created for me. However, it's not really how it's being perceived when you're trying to get a visa to the US and A. So that's what happened. We couldn't get me a visa. And I tried recording this several times. I tried recording several times yesterday as well. And I'm frankly so upset. I really struggled making this recording. I'm not only sad, because kind of like, oh, my dreams, are bursting. It's just, pardon my French again, but this is my video, so I use any language I want. I am pissed off. I am really, really pissed off, and because we were so convinced. There was no question in IdentityMine's mind or my boss or me that I would be able to get a visa to the US. I have a strong bachelor behind me in clinical nutrition. I've done sports medicine. I've done natural medicine as well. Nearly finished my master. I just have, I think, 1 course left in public health science. I have a 2-year vocational training as a software developer, C# with also some DBA stuff, SQL Server. And I have a dozen or so Microsoft certificates, mostly in web and client side. And what else? I have Microsoft Most Valuable Professional. I cheekily put that behind me because I need to promote myself, so I kind of propped a little bit. But you're smart enough to know what I'm doing, right? So it's kind of like a little reminder of the things I do. So I've been awarded twice, 2 years in a row. Hopefully that will continue. I really appreciate that. That's for community work. Doesn't mean I'm an expert. Very, very important. I've done, as you can see by the little Channel 9 guy over there, I've done several sessions, spoken at conferences, small, big user groups, 37 sessions in total last year, but I'm totally cutting back this year and next year even more so. I've co-authored a book, Programming Windows Store Apps with C#, and planning on writing more books. My blog is really active. I've got, top grades from all my previous school stuff, university, as well as my vocational training. So why wouldn't I be able to move to the US and work there when a company offers me a full-time contract, a long-term contract, with all the insurances and everything needed, so there wouldn't be any chance in hell that I would go over there and no, I'm just going to drain the system for money and steal all the jobs over here. It wasn't really about that, but regardless, I couldn't get any visa because I don't have the one thing needed to work in the USA, and that is a 4-year degree in computer science. So we tried and we even looked into having me move to Canada. I don't mind Canada. I'll move to Canada. Canada is awesome. I got family over there, so I don't mind, move me up to Canada. I'll drive down to Seattle as soon as I get my driver's license. But we don't have an office in Canada, so that wasn't an option either. And it was coming to the end of my probation period. It's almost been 3 months, and during this period, while I've kind of been waiting, and I've been programming a little bit, but not as much as I would if I was, as a part of a team in an actual physical office. I decided on calling my manager and Lauren and have a conversation with him about this, and we talked about it because I knew, he knew, IdentityMine knew it's inevitable. There's nothing we can do about it. And, we can wait until the cows come home, or what people say. But the visa situation is not going to change. And therefore, the decision was made to let me go. And it just really sucks, because I didn't see it coming. As I was kind of comparing this to a relationship, you're so excited, everything is fine, you found your prince, it's awesome, or princess, and then this happens kind of all of a sudden, and you didn't see it coming, and the shock is what is the most difficult to deal with. And also the fact that I was, so excited to start there, and it is what it is. To be honest, I can't just apply for any job. I can't just take some, code monkey job and just make money and pay rent. I'm unable to do that for many reasons, more than I have enough memory on my SD card to explain and record. But the one reason is that life is very short. Life is shorter for me, I reckon, or so it seems for me, than for other people, because I am so aware of how short life is, and I think about it all the time, and I just want to make the most out of it. And I know that I spend most of my life, you as well, if you're working, you spend most of your life actually working, compared to that being with your family, being on vacation, doing hobbies, or sleeping. Unless you're sleeping a lot. But nobody is, not in this industry. So you spend most of your life working. So why wouldn't you want that to be a fantastic experience? And who says that it can't be? I completely disagree with those that say that, sometimes, you just gotta, whatever. I don't agree with that, because I'm one of the few fortunate %. And most likely so are you if you live in a Western country. We grow up with more richness than any other country, and therefore with more possibilities, more opportunities, and we have more decisions that we can make in terms of where we want to go in our life and what we want to do, and I don't want to waste that. That's why I am asking for your help to find my dream job. And if you are a developer and you work on a team that you think I would be a good fit, pass this on to your employer and ask them to contact me. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to upload, over the course of the next few days or weeks, I'm going to upload videos where I tell more about myself, who I am, and do a job interview with myself with all the cheesy standard questions. And I'll provide as much information as possible. And I'm going to be completely and brutally honest about who I am and how I am, in hope of finding the perfect job. And I need your help, so please spread this, please think about this, and contact me if you have any questions. I'll reply to them either privately or publicly, it depends. And I want to share this journey with other people, because there are so many, particularly junior developers, and you're looking for a job and you have no idea how to go about it. You have no idea the questions coming up or what feelings, emotions and thoughts you are expecting. And I want to share this. It's important. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of trolling because of this, but I don't care. It's going to be worth it. And I know I got the community on my side, and I really hope I'll end up, I don't know how to, I'm starting to ramble. Okay, I'll just say the only thing I care about is the job. I want to code. I don't want to do any evangelism, PR, marketing, or design, or things like that. I want to code, programming. That's the only thing I want to do. I only want to code, and it has to be as a part of a team. I have to be in a team. That is extremely important to me. The language doesn't matter that much. I am, however, best at C# and XAML, and I've done web development as well. I'm not very strong on front end. Quite frankly, I'm not very passionate about front end, and I am very unlikely to want to do that as my job description. However, sometimes, you gotta do a little bit, but I'm not very passionate about front end and user experience, so that's important to know. I thrive the best in the more kind of back-end teams where you sit in a dark little room cramped together with a bunch of developers and we're all grumpy, drinking way too much coffee and having too long work days. That's where I thrive the best. I am definitely not a kind of hipster mode type of developer. Not sure what that even means, but trying to give a very short description of how I am. And I am willing to move wherever. As I said, the job is the most important thing, and who I'll be working with and what we are doing. The country doesn't matter at all, so I'm completely open. I have no kids, nor am I planning of having any kids anytime soon. I do not have a spouse. Ooh, yes, I said that. So I kind of didn't want to go public with that, but I guess people are going to have questions about that. I am divorced, yes I am, and it's actually been a while. It's just not something you kind of share in the media, but yeah, okay, now you know, because I know the question's going to come up. What about family? Well, it's just me, and my parents are used to me moving around. I moved from home when I was 15 and left for France, and then kind of kept moving around, so I'm completely fine with that. So I'm willing to relocate and move wherever. I will, however, probably want help with relocation, because regardless of where I move, I'm going to struggle finding an apartment and so on. I don't know, the world is getting kind of cramped, isn't it? So, in short, that is what I'm looking for, but I'll post a separate video where I go in detail about all the things, what defines my dream job. But if there was one key word to what I really need is passion. It's gotta be to go with a team of people that are passionate about what they do. Not necessarily, the product itself, but people who genuinely love programming, and I love the challenge, I love the discussions, and this is such a big part of me. I can't imagine doing anything else. So I just want to work with like-minded people. And I think that would definitely make almost any place my dream job, regardless of other conditions. You know, it's nice to have like a fancy restaurant and like cool rooms and playrooms and all that stuff, but you know, I honestly don't really care. It's not going to be something I take into consideration when choosing a job. I'm not even going to care if I have 2 monitors in my office, because I'll probably bring my own. The only thing I care about, or the number one thing, is the team, that they're passionate about what they do. And also, I'll add one more thing actually. Continuous learning is extremely important for me. So it has to be a workplace where we have code reviews and we have a lot of architectural discussions, and we basically talk and discuss more in the team than we actually. I don't want it to be a how many lines of code did you write type of place. I don't want to, you know, just be code monkeying. I want us to actually try to create fantastic systems each and every time we do something. And it has to be a place where we communicate inside the team. With that said, I hate meetings, so I'm talking about the team itself here. I love pair programming. I think it's fantastic, and I'm really easy to get along with. Although I'm quite strong-minded, I'm definitely not the pushover. But I've had only positive feedback on having me as a part of a team, and I've really liked the teams I've been a part of, and can't wait to see how the next one is going to be, and hopefully I'll be there a little bit longer. So I can feel I'm kind of rambling on and on now, so that means it's time to end this video. I still haven't gotten the hang of how you do vlogging. Teenagers are so much better at this, you know, they make it so professional, and I'm just like yada 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 yada. But this is what you get. This is how I am. This is very, very, very much me. I talk a lot. I laugh a lot. I am extremely passionate. And I don't settle for less. I don't. Other people can do that. That's just not me. So, yeah, thank you for tuning in, and surprise! I'm always full of surprises. Isn't life wonderful?